So, being an introvert is quite difficult and challenging, especially when you are in the business field and you still need to stand out to attract the kind of customers and investors to your business. Anyways, today we are going to teach you how you, as an introvert, can stand out in the Web3 space. GMGM Block Seasons. My name is Sector Chris, Head of Operations here at Block Seasons. So first of all, you need to know as an introvert, you have a lot of strengths. Stop focusing particularly on particular weaknesses. Same way extroverts have a lot of strengths, they also have their own weaknesses. So you just need to build on your strengths and then work on your weaknesses. So one of those weaknesses people particularly say is our lack of enthusiasm and low energy when associating and interacting with people. So as an introvert, be very, very conscious of what we call energy docking. So energy docking is when we are unconsciously giving out low energy whenever we are with people. So this can in turn cause people not to feel enthused to spend more time with you or to interact with you because they feel you bring down the energy in the room. So be very, very conscious of energy docking. Make sure that you're aware of your unconscious behaviors to make sure that things are done properly or communication is done properly. Another thing you can do is focus on your strength. So you, as an introvert, you may not be much of a talker. So what do? Ask more questions. Questions will get people to talk about themselves. And one thing we have noticed is that people prefer talking about themselves than listening to other people talk about themselves. So give them that pleasure, give them that satisfaction. Talk to people, ask them the questions that will get them to talk more. But then at the end of the day, even while people like talking about themselves, they don't like feeling as if they have shared too much without getting any information about the other person in return. So while you're conversing with people, try to share little bit details about yourself inside the conversation. Nothing to elaborate, nothing out of your comfort zone. Just prepare something deep, something people will perceive as being something personal that you have shared with them. For example, what's a common question people ask you? What's a common question you get asked a lot? What's a common question people ask other people? So prepare these answers already so you can share them in a conversation. That way, when you are getting that person to do more of the talking, you don't feel, or they don't feel as if they have shared too much with you and then you have given them nothing in return. So example is, people ask a question, or where are you from? So I'll share the answer to where are you from. Make sure you're adding a little bit of spice into your answer. So don't just tell them I'm from here. Tell them I'm from here. I grew up most here, but then I actually spent more time here if you actually did. So the trick is take something normal about your life and then elaborate more on it. So that way they feel as if they've known something deep about particular. And then another thing you can do is to share the attention with other people. But it's not always necessary, or you must not always do this every time. It can cause people to actually dislike you. But then when done properly, it is very, very powerful. So share the praise, share the attention with other people. Let's say you are in charge of a project and it was successful and everyone is sending you praises, right? Everyone is applauding you for a job well done. You're starting to feel very, very uncomfortable. You're feeling awkward. So what do you do in that situation? Start sharing the praise with everyone that worked on the project with you. Get the attention of yourself, but do this sparingly, not every time, so that people don't take it as if you can't take accolades. So share the praises, but do them sparingly. Another thing you can do as an introvert to make sure that you are standing out in the Web3 space is to be a master of your craft. Make sure that you understand your field deeply. Are you a Web3 farmer? Are you into DGen? Are you a product builder? Are you a developer? Are you into marketing? Make sure that you know your field well enough that when you're talking about it, you don't need to feel as if you're making a mistake because this is something that feels like a part of you. When you're talking to people, it flows naturally. It works the same way when you are talking on stage. Public speaking is difficult, but then it does not have to be. As an introvert, there are things you can do to help you stand out and to speak properly. One is pacing the way you speak. Reduce your rate of speech, because most times when we make a mistake while talking, it's because we are speaking faster than we think. So pace your words, take your time, think carefully about everything you're saying before it actually comes out. Another thing you want to do is focus more on the people you are talking to rather than yourself. One of my favorite speakers, Vin Yang, an Asian guy, wonderful communicator, wonderful mentor. He says if you're at an event and you're talking to 1,000 people for an hour, That's 1,000 hours that you have been given. And at the end of that conversation, if you don't deliver well on your topic, then you have successfully wasted 1,000 hours that cannot be given back. So which means time is very, very important. While you're on stage, focus on the people you are talking to. It's no more about you. It's no more about your dress, no more about your hair. It's about them. Or a good practice in this field basically, is to focus on the one person that is paying, or the few people paying very deep attention to you. So instead of focusing on the whole crowd, right, focus on the people who are making direct eye contact with you. Focus on the people who are nodding, people who are smiling with you, right? So focus on those people. But then let's say the arrangement was a row of 4. Make sure you find like 2 people per row, make eye contact with them, so that way it feels as if you are communicating with everyone basically. So this strategy basically that's how you as an introvert can stand out in the Web3 space. But these things don't happen overnight. Make sure you practice them daily. Make sure you practice them when you're talking to people. Don't be afraid of the rejection. Keep going. Rejection helps you to build that confidence. When you get rejected and realize that there's no harm done, people will forget at the end of the day, then you can live your life to the fullest. If you're interested in content like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button to learn more from Blog Daily. Until then, we'll see you next time.